Hey guys, how's everyone doing? So today, pardon me if my voice catches and cracks a lot. I have my tumbler of water here next to me. I'm just feeling extremely exhausted for the past couple days and I'm trying to recover from it, but I don't know how long this is going to take. So I'll also be taking frequent sips of water. Just don't mind that, please. There has been so much anxiety in the collective for the past couple days, and I'm definitely channeling it. So I wanted to take a deeper look into that energy and see what else might be going on. Earlier today, I would say probably right before noon, I started picking up on some divine masculine energy that is truly gaining the courage that they never had before to take the steps that they need to take for their twin flame connection. So this is very definitely a twin flame reading that we're going to be doing today for twin flame counterparts. So there's something going on with this divine masculine that I'm accessing, or that's trying to access me, that has to do with their spiritual growth, enhancement of spiritual knowledge, and paying more attention to their intuition, which I guess they were kind of blocked from before. They were not able to do that for whatever reason, but I heard growth. So there's a lot of spiritual growth and transformation that's taking place for this particular divine masculine or set of divine masculines, whichever whichever resonates, because it definitely could be more than one person. So, and if you are new here, welcome. I definitely want to take a minute to welcome all the new faces here. That's so exciting. And I love seeing my Twin Flame Soul Tribe grow. So I'm so happy to have you all here, and I hope you all enjoy these readings. Also, divine masculine and divine feminine are simply energies. They are not correlated with biological gender for people that might be new here. Just want to get that out there. I do use pronouns like he or she when I'm talking about them, because masculine, feminine energies, but they have absolutely nothing to do with your biological gender. So you could be a female, biologically a female, and resonate with divine masculine energy readings. Totally normal. And vice versa too. So I'm going to use my newer deck, the Gilded Tarot today, or the Gilded Tarot Royale is what this is. I'm very, very fond of the artwork on this deck. So, and this will be my first time using it for a YouTube reading. So I'm excited to have you guys experience this deck right along with me as well. So I'm going to give it a good shot. Oh, look at that. So if you're new here, one thing that you'll notice me talk about is the behavior of my cards as I do my readings. So when I'm channeling certain energies, my cards do tend to behave in a way that reflects the energy that I'm channeling. And this actually gives you very, very accurate readings as a result, because the cards are truly, truly picking up on the energy that I'm speaking upon. So what you just saw happen there was a disconnect. At first, the first couple cards, they shuffled well, and then all of a sudden the decks just kind of went like this, and there was a disconnect. And that is exactly what I think was happening for this divine masculine energy that we are speaking upon today. That there was, in his 3D physical life, there were certain layers that were kind of, in place, or that appeared to be where they needed to be. But this divine masculine definitely seems to have had some form of disconnect from his higher self, from his intuition, from his guides, and from his ability to make decisions that were truly best suited for him, which is, I think, that's exactly what the deck was reflecting in the way that it was shuffling. So hopefully we'll get to peek deeper into those energies as well as this reading progresses. So I'm going to start by setting my intention for this reading, that may everyone who is drawn to this video get the messages that they need. Everyone who is guided to this video, may they be intuitively able to pick up on the messages that are meant for them, and may those messages reach those people. You can set your intentions for these readings right along with me as well. You can say them out loud, put them in the comments, just say them in your mind, whatever feels best for you. And also, before we get started, definitely double check and make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and that you like the video. By taking these two actions, you are virtually signaling your energetic presence here on this channel, and I'm able to pick up on your energy a little bit clearer, and I'm able to channel more specific messages for you and your connection as a result. And you're also signaling to Spirit that you are energetically present here, and that you're open and willing to receive the messages or guidance that may come through in these readings. So definitely, if you would like more messages in these videos for your situation that are more specific for you, definitely be sure to like and subscribe. So now I'm going to start by shuffling my Gilded Tarot Royale deck, and already, wow guys, we have the Ace of Wands, and this is a very fiery energy that I'm getting, but I'm also getting that fiery energy is fiery anxiety within this person right now. And the next card, and these are all falling face up as you all can see, is the Magician card. So we have fire sign energy as well, sun, moon, or rising in somebody's birth chart here who this reading is for. And we have manifestation, the power of manifestation at play here. I'm seeing a lot of green. I'm being drawn to this color green, which is associated with the heart chakra. And I'm seeing that heart chakra blocks, I heard heart chakra blocks are being removed. So this divine masculine, whose energy I am channeling, is in a phase of soul development and soul growth that is helping him remove the blocks in his heart chakra that is keeping him away from manifesting reunion with his divine feminine, who I just heard Spirit say is the love of his life. The next card that came out here was the Eight of Cups. So this divine masculine has definitely seen the light, and that resonates so much with the image on this card, with this gentleman looking up here at the moon, and just I heard see the bigger picture. So it looks like this divine masculine finally was able to see the bigger picture about something that further triggered this ascension process, this soul growth, and helped him realize what lessons his karmic patterns and relationships were helping him to learn. And if you notice here, there are about 3 cups that are toppled over in the image, but look at how many cups are left standing. So we've all heard that phrase, you gain some, you lose some, right? But everything that happens truly happens for you. And I'm also being drawn to this image of this man here, which to me represents this person's higher self, this divine masculine's higher self, who is just kind of watching him and guiding him on his soul journey, so to make sure that he does not veer onto the wrong path. So, this divine masculine is truly not even concerned about all these cups that are toppled over if you just kind of read the energy of his body language in this image. And that's exactly what's going on for this divine masculine that I'm channeling, that he's actually glad those cups have toppled over, and he feels absolutely no remorse in leaving them behind, because he's realizing that those cups were nothing but really hard karmic soul lessons that he had to learn. And once they've been learned, he just has no problem leaving that behind. The next card that came up here was the Hierophant card. And this is really powerful, you guys, because if you notice the aura around this Hierophant, he is glowing, which means he's spiritually awakening. So this is a whole new level of spiritual awakening that this divine masculine is actually going through at this time. And this spiritual awakening is exactly what's going to allow him to offer his cup of love to his divine feminine in his full divine masculine light. So there is absolutely no part of this divine masculine that's going to be left in the darkness before reunion happens, or when reunion happens. He is being fully ascended into his true spiritual nature here. So this is an extremely powerful card. And I also just heard reconnected to intuition. So this divine masculine is definitely through this awakening and ascension process, very, very strongly reconnecting to this intuition that had been blocked off for him for so very long. The next card to come out here is the Two of Cups. How synchronistic. So yes, right after this divine masculine finishes these soul lessons, and of course, because twin flame connections are mirrored, his divine feminine is also going to complete her soul lessons, her ascension process, right alongside her masculine energetically and on a 5D level. And just look at that. Their higher selves are already looking at each other from above and saying, I'm coming. You know, we know that we belong to each other. And these two cups over here are just waiting and ready to be filled. And they are beautiful golden goblets, which really speaks to the future that these two have with each other, just how beautiful and fulfilling that's going to be. This is some really beautiful energy, you guys. And what's going to make this connection all the more fulfilling is the communication. Look at the blue color everywhere in this card. Blue color is associated with the throat chakra, and there are so many throat chakra blocks as well that are clearing right alongside those heart chakra blocks, which is going to open up these two counterparts to so much love and good in the future. The last card to come out in this round is the Six of Cups, the card of generosity. Just look at, you know, how many magical things it seems like, you know, are in these cards, just these magical little animals playing in magical little goblets. And they're outside in a very almost fantasy-like place, which is what, you know, the happily ever after is being foreshadowed as for these divine counterparts, that there truly is something fantastical about this connection. There's something very innocent, there's something very childlike with the imagination aspect here. There is realism blended with fantasy, which I think is exactly what these two counterparts are going to manifest with each other when they hit reunion. There's going to be that support through real life that they can give each other. And there's also that aspect of fantasy that, oh my gosh, yes, dreams do come true. There is definitely a feeling, an energy of a fairy tale vibe here in this connection. And I love that so much. Let's see what else might be going on for this divine masculine. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Emperor in the upright position. This divine masculine is going through exactly what he needs to go through to be that emperor for his empress, to be that provider, to be that security blanket, to be that person that she can lean on at any time in life. I mean, really, this is the divine masculine that she has been hoping for, you know, that he would return in that energy for her. Let's see what else comes through. The Sun. So much positive energy, you guys. This is one of the most positive energy packed cards in any tarot deck, like whether it's this one, traditional tarot, any tarot deck. The Sun card is such a positive card. It's filled with good feelings, good things to come, high vibrational energy, the type of alignment that you want to be in when you are becoming a magnetic manifester for the life of your dreams. I'm just so thrilled to see this card come out. And this is a very futuristic card as well, that, you know, there is a lot of anxiety that's going on right now that's going to dissipate. This anxiety energy that we are picking up on is a result of the spiritual growth, expansion, alignment, and ascension that the counterparts are going through. Deep realizations that are being hit, you know, right in the heart chakra, soul deep for both counterparts, that wow, you know, these were the gaps that were keeping us out of union, and now they're finally realizing what those are and actively working on them. So of course there's growing pains with any type of growth that we go through. So the anxiety that we're feeling in the collective is, I truly feel, speaking exactly to those growing pains that the counterparts who are nearing reunion are going through at this time. Let's see if anything else comes out here. Yes, the Three of Wands. Look at that. This ship is getting so close for him to board and get to whatever new horizon he is trying to manifest. Up until now, he had just, you know, when you look at the Two of Wands card, they are just kind of looking out on the shore to the other side and saying, all right, that's, you know, that's the land I want to be at. That's where I want to go. And the ship was pretty dang far away, but look at how up close this ship is getting. Manifestations are about to materialize in the physical 3D, you guys, for so many. As I say in a lot of my videos, we are in a huge reunion window that will last until June of this year, until the next reunion window opens up again in the fall of this year. So for those who are a little bit newer to the concept of twin flames, reunions do happen in seasons. So don't worry if you are seeing all these messages. Look at how the cards are shuffling too. They're just kind of like slinking like this. That speaks to expansion and then fear sometimes holding us back. Expansion and then fear holding us back. But eventually the cards do shuffle, so I guess I'm supposed to take that one too. But anyways, I'm sorry I got off track there. Reunions happen in windows, and they happen by season. So if you're seeing all these messages about reunion and it doesn't happen to come for you within that season, definitely don't lose hope. If you know you are a true twin flame and these messages are resonating for you, remember that divine timing is always at play and time is fluid. So our 3D matrix-oriented conception of time is very, very different than divine timing, which is why it's very important to know that if messages resonate, take them, but don't try to hold on to the matrix-oriented timelines. These readings are technically, in a divine sense, since this is divination, they're timeless. So even if you come across this reading 20 years from the date that I record it, and you hear these messages, it resonates, it sounds like your story, take it, because it's coming true for you at those points in time, in fluid divine time. And divine timing is very important in these types of soul level connections, because of the higher levels, the mission that you guys incarnate with, that we as a collective, as twin flames in the collective, incarnate with. So the next card, look at that, the Page of Cups. Yes. So right now, this divine masculine is still kind of in that immature page energy, because he's still in the process of growing and expanding. And he's kind of thinking back to all those times when I feel like he almost reached out to the feminine and then would hold back because of certain fears, or, you know, whatever was going on in his 3D surroundings that was causing an energetic imbalance within him. And he's kind of thinking like, wow, I'm glad I didn't reach out back then, because I can see now, because hindsight is 2020, right? About how unprepared I was for that step. So there is definitely a realization here, a huge realization about the level of soul growth that is happening for these counterparts. And if you look at the seahorses and the butterflies here in these images, the seahorses are like looking at each other, knowing that this union is coming. They are, you know, just watching over this page, and the page is being shown these butterflies that is indicative of the deep soul level transformation that this person, this divine masculine, is undergoing at this time. Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. So this tells me that the divine masculine is still working on some aspect of the value that he holds himself at. I feel like there are definitely some self-worth issues that are arising as a result of a wounded masculine energy child within this divine masculine. So inner childhood wounds that also in turn caused wounding to his masculinity in an energetic sense. So he is still trying to pick up the pieces from whatever it was in his life, those past experiences that caused that. And I feel like the divine feminine, who is this masculine's counterpart, is on some level intuitively aware of the fact that this divine masculine has inner childhood wounds and how they may have come about. I feel like this divine masculine's counterpart is very, very intuitive. But I also feel like this divine masculine withheld a lot of information from this divine feminine from a protective standpoint, that he did not, number one, feel comfortable being that vulnerable, but number two, that he also did not want to traumatize or wound or hurt his counterpart by sharing hurtful scenarios and information with her. So the Three of Pentacles here speaks to the level of self-worth that this divine masculine currently feels he has, and what he's working toward on a spiritual higher self level here. Let's see. 10 of Wands, yes. So this divine masculine is definitely carrying those burdens of the wounded masculine within him, that wounded masculine energy within him. And he's carrying the burdens of also a lot of guilt and remorse about how this connection like went into the phase of 3D physical disconnect before the separation phase happened. There's a lot of guilt and remorse around that, I definitely feel. And I'm noticing the moon back here, which is really highly speaking to the anxiety that I've been channeling in the collective. I feel like emotions are really running high here for this divine masculine, and the feminines are kind of energetically helping the masculines process that anxiety. So they're feeling it as well. But there is a lot of internal burdens and weight that this masculine is carrying within him. And slowly, I do see these being lifted by the universe. I see that things are falling into place. It's just part of that process before that actually happens. Let's see what else might come through here. Wow. Flying cards. Okay. So this one, Nine of Swords. Yes, there is a lot of mental angst within this divine masculine, and I feel like that angst is telepathically being transmitted to the divine feminine. So divine feminine, if you find yourself all of a sudden fearing things and overthinking things that you kind of thought you were over, had processed, or that you really didn't think was a problem anymore, but they just start coming up for you at random times, know that you are telepathically picking up on those energetic signals that your divine masculine is sending. And that's not sending you on purpose. It's just the fact that you are energetically always connected. There is no severing this connection whatsoever. So you help each other process emotions and experiences energetically, and that's just what's happening in this case. Notice this card came out in a semi sideways position. So this energy is in the process of moving towards becoming upright. So it's in the process of becoming unstuck, and it's truly not very stuck because the sideways was more like this rather than horizontal completely. So that is really good news, because when it goes like this, it's not long before it just turns like this. So what this card is celebration, reconciliation. Yes, there is definitely a lot to celebrate in the future, which is really, really synchronistic about this card coming out in a semi sideways position. So there is so much love and good waiting for you guys in the future. This is all just part of the process. So I would say hang in there, both counterparts. You are almost through the most difficult parts of this journey. Keep your vibration as high as you can. Continue focusing on your growth, on your ascension, on your spiritual awakening. Continue just focusing on yourself and singing your soul song in this world, in this universe, and things are sure to fall into place. I feel this deck now kind of going silent, so I feel like whatever messages we had to get through the tarot have come through. I'm going to do some energy check-in using the Moonology deck, and we will see what comes through here for these counterparts. Show the world the real you. Yes, so very synchronistic, you guys. Just like I said, sing your soul song in this world. Let the world see the real you. And again, I'm being very drawn to this purple color, and I would really, really suggest, if you resonate with the crystal amethyst, to use it. Either wear it as jewelry, keep it by your bedside, keep a tumbled stone in your pocket, whatever. It might just help you release a lot of that anxiety. Amethyst is actually the perfect crystal, in my opinion, and through personal experience, to use for alleviating anxiety, and also for just releasing deep-seated emotions that you've kind of subconsciously been hanging on to that might be affecting the level that you're vibrating at. So it helps you release, and it's pretty effective in that. But of course, everybody is different, and crystals are definitely very interactive. So if you are on the market for trying some crystals and you're new to this entire concept, I would highly recommend just going to a shop where you can experience crystals and their vibration just by holding them, viewing them, seeing what you're drawn to and what communicates with you, what feels good to you. And I truly believe that intuitively you will know what crystal would be best suited for you at the given time. This is a time for healing. Again, extremely synchronistic. Everything that we've just been talking about with the Ten of Wands card and how all of those things are slowly being lifted by the universe. This is just part of that growing ascension healing process. So just accept this time as exactly that, as a time for healing. And don't worry too much about 3D physical timelines and when things are going to happen, because they will all fall into place in divine timing. Be bold and make the first move. Yes, if I can hold the card up. Cardinal moon. So this is when the time is right, okay? So be bold and make the first move when it comes to yourselves. This is for both counterparts. So what first move do you need to take in order to sing your soul song in this world, in order to show the world the real you? Is there a project that you have been putting off? Is there a leap of faith that you have been wanting to take that you're holding back on because you're afraid of the outcome? I think this card here is definitely very, very positive in terms of energy and the outcomes that you would experience when you take those leaps of faith for yourself. So always, always take these messages as they resonate. And if there's something that you've been wanting to try, like, you know, either starting a new business venture, or if there's a project you've been working on, or just trying your hand at something that you've kind of been toying with the idea about, this is a great time to discover yourself, because reunion is on the horizon. And you want to have discovered the full extent of your individuality before you wind up in a partnership with your twin flame, who's going to ignite that within you even further. So there you go, you guys. Surrender your reunion timing. That's exactly what I just heard Spirit say. Surrender your reunion timing to the divine. That is what you're being asked to surrender. And luck is on your side. So things are happening in your favor, you guys. You see this arrow on this card and it's just shooting upward. And I'm also being drawn to this orange, this red color here. I almost said orange, but that's red. This is very indicative of root chakra work. So as your root chakra strengthens for both counterparts, you are going to be able to make moves. You're going to be able to shift things in your life in your favor. So practicing being assertive, practicing to, you know, letting go of codependent habits or addictions if you are battling any, and just trying to focus as much as you can on your individuality. Again, so synchronistic, right? Show the world the real you, your individuality. The more you focus on that, the more you work on that, the more your root chakra will strengthen, the more that's going to trigger your counterpart into their own healing. And that is going to bring about reunion so much faster, you guys. So divine timing and luck, they're all in your favor. They're all on your side. I'm going to go to the romance angels here and see what aspects of this connection might be getting affected by certain things, or what we're kind of looking at here, what we're dealing with. Let's get an idea from the romance angels deck. your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yes. So for those who are kind of worried about the fact that their feelings for their twin flame are becoming like a phantom in a sense, like I heard, am I in love with a ghost? So yes, that's actually a very emotional feeling, you guys. But many divine feminines in the collective, I know, do feel this way because of the fact that the 3D physical disconnect did happen for some time, and their feelings were pretty strong back then too. So many divine feminines in the collective might be feeling like, am I just going to be left holding the bag again, and like stranded in the middle of the street with no transport either here or there? Like, is that the state that my divine masculine is just going to leave me in again? And over here, Spirit is very strongly saying no, because this divine masculine whose energy I'm connecting with is definitely coming back a changed person. So you are being guided to not look at your past experience of them in order to judge them. You are being asked to look at the level of growth that you see in them when they come back to you. So pretty much, in other words, not letting your biases from your past experiences hinder your sight, your ability to see the level of soul growth that this divine masculine has undergone during this time of separation. Soulmate. This should give everybody goosebumps. It definitely gave me a wave of goosebumps when I picked up this card, because when this card comes out in a twin flame reading, I 100% associate this or take this to mean twin flame and not just a soulmate. So yes, this is definitely a divinely guided and divinely protected connection. So this is all the feelings that you've been feeling for your counterpart are definitely legit. And the last card that came out is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So yeah, exactly like what the Moonology deck was telling us, find yourself again, find your individuality again, do things that you enjoy that will raise your vibration. And all of those things are going to help you as heaven works behind the scenes to bring you and your counterpart back together in the physical 3D. Let's see here. I'm just going to maybe get one or two cards from the Starseed Oracle to see if there's any further guidance that maybe we can channel. And then I will close the reading out with some love messages from both counterparts, higher selves to each other. So any last messages of guidance from this deck? Anything else I can channel? Okay, there we go. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Yes. So this is extremely synchronistic with a time for healing card, with the A time for healing card from the Moonology deck. So take this time to rest, rejuvenate, relax, enjoy your life, do your thing, find yourself again, and your counterpart will find their way home right back into your arms, okay? Such beautiful, positive energy coming through, you guys. That makes me extremely happy. I'm going to channel some divine masculine love messages to the divine feminine from my eternal messages deck. This is definitely one of the most comprehensive and my favorite decks to channel these messages from. So I'll get a couple divine masculine love messages here, and then one from the divine feminine's higher self. Yes. Wow, you guys, I love this. I want commitment with you, just not yet, meaning I'm not ready yet. I still have some soul lessons to learn. I still have some spiritual growth and ascension to do, but I'm on my way. I know that I want commitment with you, and I promise you, when I'm ready, I will be right back home in your arms. Beautiful divine feminine, please don't worry. This divine masculine is definitely missing you a whole lot. Look at that. I've been astral projecting to you. Yes. So if you have been feeling like you can actually feel the spiritual presence of your divine masculine, especially as you go to bed at night or in your sleep state, even in the middle of the night, sometimes you might feel their energy washing over you, and you might be led into an extremely deep level of sleep where maybe you are dreaming of them, but in a way that seems so real, like as if it's a real experience that you're having. Know that your divine masculine's higher self has astral projected to come and see you, because I definitely, in every fiber of my being, know and believe that they miss you so much and they really do want to come and see you. So now I'm going to channel a higher self-love message from the feminine to the masculine using my favorite, the Rumi Oracle deck. Whoops, look at that. Yes, there is definitely a disconnect in, from the divine feminine's 3D matrix self and her higher self. There is an internal battle that she's fighting in trying to accept, the spiritual truths of this connection and in desiring to see results in the physical 3D. So I'm just going to take this first card here, the Blessing of Zara. And this is the number 39 card. So if you've been seeing number patterns like 333 and 999, these messages are very, very likely to be for you as well. So I'm going to channel this love message in the form of a Rumi poem from the guidebook. Blessing of Zara. Let go of thought. Don't take it into your heart. You are naked, and thought is like ice. You use thought to seek release from suffering and pain, while thought is the cause of your suffering and pain. The realm of creation is outside the scope of thought. O foolish one, see the opus and behold the beauty. Look in the direction from which the images flow. See the brook that causes the wheel to turn. Rumi. I am so having chills right now, you guys, because if you remember when I shuffled the deck, I just said while I was shuffling that there is a disconnect between her matrix-oriented mind and her higher self, and her wanting things to show up in the physical 3D versus the spiritual knowledge that her higher self has and is helping her gain more of. This poem is just exactly that, you guys. Just listen to that line again. You use thought to seek release from suffering and pain, while thought is the cause of your suffering and pain. It could not get more synchronistic, because that's exactly what's happening when you're trying to rationalize on a 3D matrix level something that is a higher, fifth dimension spiritual level element. You're only going to hurt yourself more, because your ego mind always wants to step in and look for what's wrong, what might be going wrong, either in your life, in the connection, whatever aspect it is that you're trying to analyze with your logical mind. But soul level, divinely guided and protected connections are beyond the realm of our 3D physical mind. So you can't use a ruler to measure the sky. So think about your twin flame connection kind of in the same terms, that you can't use 3D logic to comprehend something that's in the fifth dimension. And I truly hope that helps give you guys some peace of mind and just some perspective on how to look at these things, because I absolutely know I am a twin flame myself. I know what that waiting looks like. I know what that overanalyzing feels like. I know what it is like to live every day in fear when you're not in communication with your person because you just don't know what's going to happen next. It is literal psychological torture. I've been there, you guys. So I empathize with every single one of you, and there is absolutely no judgment whatsoever on anyone from my end ever. I love all of you, my beautiful twin flame soul tribe. I hope these readings help you. I hope you are enjoying these videos. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Also, come follow me on Instagram and TikTok at a twin flame love. I will leave my IDs in the video description box. Instagram is the place where I run specials, so you can book your readings with me when I'm running a special. You can book your card pulls with me anytime, and that is where I run most of my day. So I look forward to seeing all of you there. Definitely do come join me. I highly encourage it. It's such a supportive, beautiful, high vibrational community that we have there. And many of my Instagram followers are also on my YouTube. So anyone who is not already there, I definitely highly recommend that you come join us. And we all welcome everyone with open arms. We love our soul tribe. So anyways, I hope you all have a beautiful, restful rest of your night. And I will talk to you all again in the next twin flame reading video. Take care, everyone.